Yo, what is going on YouTube, and welcome back to a new video on my channel. And this is probably gonna be, maybe, eventually, hopefully, the final video on F1 2021. And it's the last of us in Canada. And we're jumping right into the action. Turn 1, sending it down the inside. Now trying it around the outside of turn 2 of our rivals. And we're already making it into P14 on the mediums as Max Verstappen. The cars are all set on realistic, so the Red Bull should be the fastest car. And we are getting squeezed to the wall from Lance Stroll, but we are overtaking both as Martin into the next corner, and that is already sector 1. One sector, we made up 8 positions, that's not too bad. The AI is on 110%, I haven't showed it, but guys, just believe it, man. I don't always have to say it. And we are taking advantage of these two fighting, making it 3 wide into the next corner. Already into P10 in the point scoring positions with the mediums on lap 1. And we're still making progress, trying it around the outside, but it's so hard to get the car to rotate in this hairpin. We didn't manage to do that, but we still have our ERS, and we're trying to get the slipstream now. Squeeze Gasly a little bit to the right so he doesn't get any of the slipstream from Alonso, and we are driving past him, braking late, and now sending it into the final chicane of the circuit, getting close to the wall of champions. Checo Perez leading the race, our teammate. We're making it over the line for lap 2 now. We're down into P9, which is a great progress for the first lap. Alonso is our next target, and after that the 2 Ferrari of Leclerc, Sainz. I think then it's the McLaren, Mercedes and Red Bull, our teammate. And we are sending it down the inside of Alonso. He's leaving us space very kindly. We're losing the rear, but that's none of our trouble because we are already focusing on Charles Leclerc. Sending it down the final chicane. Lewis Hamilton with the fast lap. Bottas also improving at 10.7. What can we do? We are doing it 10.9 and sending it down the inside of Charles Leclerc into turn 1. We're still side by side for the next corner, squeezing him a little bit, also making a little bit of contact with his front left tire on our rear right. But it's all good. Let's see how far our teammate is away from us and what lap times he's doing.
They're in first. The time last lap was a 1:10.8.
So much about that. And we are overtaking Carlos Sainz as well into turn 1 on the next lap around the outside. We're braking too late, but just to manage and give him as much space as possible. What's up with my language? Now we are close to the McLarens already. We're jumping down into lap 6. Taking the inside as we did with Alonso for this corner, and we again getting loose on the rear, and now having to catch up to Lando Norris and full send throughout the chicane, getting a better exit, attacking the left as much as possible. Lando is getting a little bit loose, and this time, because we ran wide against Carlos, we want to have the inside here, and this actually works out a bit better. We are past both McLaren in lap 7 already, out of 18. Making good progress, and at the end of lap 7 the first Mercedes is pitting. This is Valtteri Bottas, so we are gaining another position, but we all know we still have to serve our pit stop, so this is gonna be irrelevant in a couple of laps time. Lap 8, Hamilton and Perez are pitting. This is gonna be interesting. Maybe one of them is gonna be held up from the other, probably Perez. And we're skipping towards lap 10 as Valtteri Bottas is actually ahead of Perez and set the fastest lap, and we get the fastest lap actually back on lap 10 with these old mediums because Mazepin gave us a nice little slipstream with DRS. We're getting so close to the wall, checking our delta on the steering wheel, and there you can see it's a 10.3, 210 faster than Valtteri. But actually in this lap Hamilton beat it as well and did a little bit faster at 10.3 on these fresh mediums without any DRS. And we're coming into the pits at lap 13. If you're wondering, there will be a little cut in a second because I paused the video. I paused the gameplay for a second as I wanted to check something on the race director. Right here you can see the HUD shifting, but yeah, everything stayed the same, don't worry. And all of these 3 that were ahead of us before the pit stops are now also again ahead of us after the pit stops. Let's see if we made up any time. I'm not sure if we did. I didn't pay enough attention to the gap before. But from here on, we are gonna check out what's happening. How quickly they're gonna gain time on them. Already in these two corners, by grip level difference, we gain 2/10 of Valtteri Bottas. Let's see what we can do in these corners. Usually, the AI is really strong on traction on the exit. they don't lose that much time there, but again, another 2/10 gained on Valtteri. They're gaining a bit of time back now, probably because of DRS. What can we do here? 2/10 gained. Probably the traction zone in the hairpin will be the most crucial part. Slowly braking into 4th gear, not even using 3rd. I think 3rd might be faster, but I couldn't figure it out. I was literally jumping from F1 22 to F1 2021. Yeah, currently the grind is insane. Can't wait for the whole game to be irrelevant. And there you can see we're nearly losing it because there was so much grip going into the corner. I didn't expect that much turn. And now I'm taking you on board for the fast lap. We're braking hard into turn 1, downshift into 4th, and now we're keeping it in 4th, rotating the car on the brakes and accelerating to get a bit more rotation on the exit. Now for the right hander we're using the 50 board as a reference, keeping it in 6th gear or 5th, getting close to the walls, and this is sector 1. We already purple here, now heavy braking and easing off, using the curb to rotate the car, now using also that curb, but being careful, 5th gear on the exit, and now already focusing to not hit the wall on the left here, heavy braking, straight braking, now hug the inside curb and the next inside curb to really get a nice flow through these corners. We didn't get the DRS, but now we have to heavy brake into the chicane, into the hairpin. We actually messed up, brake a bit too late into it, but because of this we're getting a better exit. Well, in the end we still lost time, but hey, here's what it is. We don't have the DRS, and you can see our competitors are pulling away from us. This is lap 15 of lap 18 lap race. Heavy braking after the 100 meter board, closer to the 50 meter board, and you have to take the inside right to then hook up the left and get close to the wall. And this is a 109.6 in the race, fastest lap of this race. Now we are trying to manage our way through, and look who's ahead of us, ahead of all of us. It's Mazepin, who's making a return for a 2nd time this race. He really wants to be in this video, right? So, Paris, are we doing it as we did it to Alonso and Danny Rick? Yes, we are. With that, he's actually really missing the exit, and we are nearly 1 second already away from him. He still gets the DRS for this straight, but he suffered a lot of time loss due to this overtake. Well, mainly because he just poorly behaved. And now we are wondering, what can we do? I mean, Hamilton will have DRS for the straight. He's fighting. We're trying the move that we tried against Pierre Gasly. Sebastian Vettel is out of the race, and now we have to wait and see what we can do, because everyone aside from Mazepin now has DRS. So Bottas will overtake. Can we also get past? Bottas is not taking the outside, so we are thinking, alright, you know what? We're gonna benefit of that. We're just taking both of them in the same corner. It was an incredible overtaking maneuver. Now our next target is Sir Lewis Hamilton. Can we beat the Flying Brit, the 7-time world champion? I mean, we have such a grip advantage. I will say yes, maybe you will say no. You can comment down below what you think will happen in these last few laps. And also don't forget to hit the likes, what is going on with my language? With the like button, hit it. Hit it. It really helps me out. If you don't hit it, all good. But if you feel generous, hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, it would really send some love over. You always do it, but you know, the community needs to keep growing. It needs to keep growing. We are grinding. We're gonna be the biggest community on this earth.
At the moment.
I don't know, maybe, potentially. But just want to motivate you guys to the subscribe button, because it means a lot. I want that cool plate. We actually made contact with Hamilton in the hairpin. Sorry for that, Hammy. But now we're gonna stand on him. He gets a bit loose. We actually touched the wall of champions. We check our vehicle conditions, and we are taking another overtake like we did with Carlos Sainz. But we are ahead before the braking zone, so we can carry more speed. I tried to get the fast lap, but actually, I have to admit, I miserably failed because the tires just, they were not the freshest anymore, and our ERS was looking pretty bad. So yeah, this did not really work out as much as I was hoping. You could see we were purple, then we were green in sector 2, and we're just sending it the final time close to the wall of champions, over 1 second ahead. And I'm celebrating because this is the victory. Last to first in Canada, the final, hopefully, probably, yeah, true, it's the final last to first on F1 2021. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you want to see more of that content in F1 22, you know what to do. Guys, I'm sending you much love. I hope you had a great weekend. Enjoyed the race weekend and that everything turned out as you wanted. I will see you in the next
Max
one.
Verstappen
Take
now
care,
leads
everyone.
the Drivers'
You're Marcel.
Championship. Let's
I will
focus
see
on
you.
the driver of the
Peace.
day, Anthony Davidson.